Hey guys, my name is Shya-Lea Dawson. I'm a managing market mentor with Monate. I've been with Monate now for a little over 3 years. I joined in 2014 and I joined for a discount. I just wanted good products at a better rate because I grew up kind of in a negative type family and I was, cheap. So I did not want to pay full price, so I wanted the discount. But as I used the products, friends, family started noticing a difference and they're like, what are you doing? So I told them, I was like, well, it's just a new shampoo I'm using, I had no intention of selling shampoo. I've been a nurse of 26 years now and I wasn't selling shampoo, that just sounds so funny. It's like just shampoo. But as I started looking into the business a little bit more, I looked at their packet, that I was given when I first started. And one of the things that they ask you to do, and they ask you to do this in all network marketing, but Monate's training package had one of the first things you had to do is create your why. Why? What is your why? Why are you doing this? What do you want to get out of it? And I was like, oh, cool, I would like to make $400 a month and just pay my truck off. So that was just a goal. I threw it out there. That was my dream big at the time. So I dreamt big, so I thought, and all of a sudden I made that money and I was paying my truck payment and I was like, wow, I guess I do need to dream bigger. Senior Luis, the Urdanettas are a family that started Monate and they're awesome. They're just incredible. But Senior Luis said in one of our things, dream bigger, and so I was like, okay, well, I'm working part-time at as a nurse. Monate's paying for my truck. Well, I started thinking, well, maybe if I could just replace my income with my nursing, that would be great. And like I said, I was only working part-time, so it was, because I wanted to be involved with my kids in their sports. They're big. My girls are big in softball, so they were always, playing games. So I worked night shift, so I could be there for my kids, even though I was tired as all get out. But so I was thinking maybe I could replace my nursing. So the funny thing is with Monate, every time I went, I'm trying to do a video and my dog comes in here and scratches. Lizzie, stop. Oh my goodness, I'm not starting this tape again. Ignore my dog. So anyway, I ended up replacing my income with the nursing, and it came at the best time because I broke my foot and I had the FMLA covering me for so long, but I broke it in September of 2016, and in November I had surgery, so I was non-weight bearing for a while. But the funny thing is December, when I had that surgery, that's when I qualified for the Cadillac that Monate offers in their car program. So I got my Cadillac in January, but I was still non-weight bearing, so I couldn't even drive it off the lot. My husband drove it off a lot. So my picture with Monate, you see me with the boot on. All the initial Monate events, everybody always saw me with the boot because my left foot, I had had 2 foot surgeries, so I wore a boot then. And then, of course, with my right, I went to Monations in Houston last year, right after I started being able to walk again from my surgery. So everybody always just saw me as a hot mess. Something was always wrong with me. So now, I really didn't redo my goal. I didn't think bigger. And it dawned on me over the weekend. I was at Charleston for a convention, for a leadership convention. Well, it wasn't even a convention, a leadership experience. And Tony Van Schweik, our senior executive director, she handpicked a bunch of speakers, and they were amazing. And one of the speakers, at first, Stephanie Mize, she says, you've got to believe. You've got to believe in yourself. You've got to believe in these products. You have to believe in the company. You have to believe in the culture. And the culture with Monate is like everybody in Monate. It's just this culture that we have. It's like a family. And we respect each other. We lift each other up. It's hard to even describe it until you actually experience it. But it is amazing. It is amazing. I've met so many wonderful people, wonderful friends that aren't even on my team, and we do help each other and look out for each other. So it's great. But after Stephanie spoke and she talked about, believing in yourself, and it kind of, I got to thinking about it because I never really believed in myself until I met my husband. It was hard, I grew up and, I was always considered the fat girl. My parents always called me fat. They compared me to my sister, who was the homecoming queen, and she was in all this beauty stuff, tried out for Miss Debbie pageant and stuff, and I was just kind of, a fat little sister. My mom started me on diet pills when I was 11. They did it out of love. It wasn't, to hurt me or anything. They didn't know any better, but it hurt. It hurt always knowing that, I was the fat girl. And I look back and I really wasn't, oh, no, my other dog is here. But I really wasn't that fat girl. But it made me not believe in myself. And, hold on, I gotta take another drink. It made me not believe in myself. I didn't believe that I was pretty. I didn't believe that I was beautiful. I didn't believe that I was worthy. And it was hard. And I think when you're like that, and I struggled with depression for a long time, and I have a semicolon. So if anybody knows what that semicolon is, I probably have about 3 or 4 semicolons for sure. And that means, your story isn't over yet. And I struggled with depression. And I always post about it on Facebook every once in a while about how I was, because the people that don't have depression, they don't get it. They don't understand it. And it's just kind of weird for them because they don't understand it. And people that are depressed, it just makes it harder on us. But anyway, so I didn't believe in myself until I met my husband. And my husband, it just came out of nowhere. I had no intention, but he came out of nowhere, and he made me feel so beautiful, so worthy, so amazing. But it shouldn't take another person to make you feel like that. You should just feel like that yourself. And now, after this weekend, and after we listened to that song, This Is Me, I've always wanted to be a role model for my daughters. And I've always told them they're beautiful no matter what. And they are. And I always want them to know that. And I've been open with them about my struggle with depression and everything else, because I don't want them to ever feel that way. But if they do, I want them to know that I can help them or get help for them. So we listened to This Is Me. And as the woman, I've seen the video before, and it always gets me. It gets me because I get it. It's like this song is my song. So when they played it at this leadership, I think everybody was sitting there with tears rolling down their face, and the song just got to me. And I started thinking about things, about myself, and about everything that I've been through and everything that I've accomplished, and everything that I know now that I am going to accomplish. I'm a little snail, slow at the race, but I am going to get to the finish line. I am going to become a director in this company. I just know it. I'm managing market mentor now, and my next step is the director, associate executive director. But I want to be 2 more. I want to get to senior executive director. And I know now, in my heart, I know that I can get to that. But one of the things that we were assigned to as homework, Tony Van Schoik, our senior executive director, she had told us she wanted us to go introduce ourselves to somebody we don't know and ask them their why. So, we left, got ready for the dance party. I hadn't even thought about the homework yet. And this woman came over to me. Her name was Christy. And she introduced herself to me, and she says, what is your why? And I kind of sat there, because initially my why was just to pay that truck payment, get that $400 a month to pay the truck payment. And then my why was, to be able to not have to work as a nurse. And it came in handy because I ended up in surgery and I couldn't work. So that money that I had coming from Monate helped. That November my team had over $1 million in sales. That was our first $1 million month, and everything just took place then. But I had to think about my why. And I sat there at the table and I thought, and I said, you know, my why is I want to help my children, all of my children. I have 3 stepchildren, and then I have my 2 girls, and I want to help each and every one of them. And I have a grandson, and I want to put a nest egg away for them. I want to help pay for college. And that was my why then. And you know, she was like, oh, that's awesome. And I was thinking about it. Like, I kept thinking about it a little bit at a time, but then the next day when I had to go home, I was driving and I played The Greatest Showman soundtrack, and I played This Is Me when I was stuck in traffic for like an hour and a half. I listened to it probably about 50 times, and I cried every single time because, I'm gonna cry now, I found my why. Deep down I know it's not about things, it's not tangible things, that's not my why. It's not about making money, it's not about having things, it's not about, you know, buying a camper. Those are things. But what's gonna drive me and what is my why? It truly is helping people. That's why I became a nurse, was to help people. But after everything I've been through, I thought about me and I says, you know what? I am beautiful, I am successful, I am smart, I am all these things, and I believe in myself finally. Finally, I believe in myself. So that's my why. I want to help others do that because there are so many people that struggle. They struggle with themselves, they struggle with depression, they just struggle no matter what it is that they're struggling with. I want to help them because that is who I am. That's who I want to be, and I am that person, and I believe in myself, and I do believe in everybody else, and I want to help them do whatever they want to do. You know, you can dream, but you can make those dreams come true. You just have to believe in yourself. And I found that in myself while I was driving, and I was listening to that song, This Is Me, over and over. So if you listen to that song, it's awesome. But there's another song on the soundtrack, and I think it's A Million Dreams. Oh, that one is great too. Like, this music just filled my soul. I can honestly say that. But I did. I sat there and I believed in myself, and I knew that now this is what I'm meant to do. This is my why. I just want to help others in any way that I can. Now I have time to do that. I have this awesome opportunity that I can offer, but they don't have to do this opportunity if they don't want to. I still want to help somebody. I still want them to believe in themselves, because if you don't believe in yourself truly, then nobody else really truly can. They said something about you can't motivate somebody else. That motivation has to come from within, but you can inspire someone. And they inspired me this weekend like you wouldn't believe. I was so inspired. I'm so excited, and I am motivated now because they truly inspired me. And I just wanted to share this with everybody because look deep down in yourself. It doesn't matter what you are, who you are, where you are. You're you, and guess what? And I'm me. But we can believe in each other, and we can believe in ourselves, and we can do what we want. We can do those tasks. We can make our dreams come true. You just have to believe. And I'm telling you, once you do believe in yourself, it's just like, it's an epiphany. You just feel like you can do anything. And if I can help you do that in any way possible, I'm gonna do that. So look out, guys, because I believe in myself, and I'm coming out there and I'm coming for you. So just be ready.